Let's see Judge Boyd.
Roberto Monreal? No, but she isn't. No, you need to.
I got excited. I saw you.
Oh, no, hi. Oh, yeah. He's a.
Right out of the gate, the judge is laying down ground rules. And if you've ever wondered why parents sometimes can't sit in on a case, you're about to find out.
All right, so let me explain something to you. I understand that you're his parents, and he seems very young to me. But once they're charged with a felony offense, they're considered legally to be an adult, right? So you're not allowed to come up here with him unless you're coming as witnesses.
This is a huge moment. The judge is reminding everyone that once you're charged with felony, you're legally treated as an adult. No more parent backup at the table. That's a wake-up call for any family watching this.
Okay, but you can come to court and everything, but he's here with his attorneys, all right? And what I can tell you is this, because I know parents are concerned. We want to be involved, right? And we want to know everything that's happening. But this is what I'm going to tell you. I've been a defense attorney before, and I'm sure they'll tell you. If you are in on their meetings with him where they're discussing things, it's no longer confidential. That means that the state can call you as a witness to figure out, if they want to, what happened, what was said. So even though you're his parents, he's an adult, they're his attorneys. What I can tell you about these two attorneys, nothing's going to happen unless y'all know about it. Nobody's going to, yes.
Those are the victim's parents.
That's the victim's parents.
Oh.
Parents.
His mom is in the courtroom.
Oh, hey, Mom.
There's the victim's parents.
Okay, they said they were the parents. All right.
No, I'm not his parent.
Okay, so you all need to step back. Whoa. Hi, Mom. Everything's going to be fine. All right. All right, so you want an appointment of a second chair,
Yes, Your Honor.
and that will be granted. And I'm assuming are you retained or no?
Well, as part of the bond situation, yes. As part of the bond conditions, I am retained.
All right, so what I'm gonna need to do, if you want the court to appoint a second chair, I need to get some information about his finances.
I can tell you, it was a big effort to make the bond, and I can tell you that he is.
Oh, well, I need to
You
call
wanna
him to
ask,
see.
go ahead.
All right. Court is calling 2025 CR 006058B, State versus Roberto Monreal. Can I have parties announce?
Nick Aguilar on behalf of Roberto Monreal.
And I'm sorry, this is just for an appointment of a second chair, State. All right, and are you Mr. Monreal?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Roberto Monreal.
All right, so defendant, you're asking for the appointment.
Notice how the judge swears him in before even discussing finances? That's because everything he says now becomes part of court record. And lying here could land him in even deeper trouble.
Of a second chair.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if you want to ask your client questions about financial.
Absolutely, Judge. You already stated your name, please.
Yes.
And how old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
And how long have you been 18?
A month, like short of a month.
Okay. And are you currently working?
No, sir.
Okay. And before you bonded out, how long were you in jail?
About 3 months.
Okay. And before those 3 months, were you working?
No, sir.
So you have no assets at all in your name?
No, sir.
Okay. And where are you living?
With my mom.
Okay. And your dad lives in
Phoenix.
Phoenix, Arizona?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I know it was a group effort to make the bond, right?
Yes, sir.
Between your mom and dad,
Yes, sir.
and they're separated, divorced.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have the funds to hire a second attorney on the capital murder?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you looked into it, or your parents looked into it?
Hiring a second attorney?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Roberto, are you currently going to school?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you graduated from high school?
No, sir.
And how short are you from graduating?
3 credits away, sir.
Okay. And you're currently on GPS monitor?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, and how are you paying the monitor fee?
My mom is sick.
Okay, so you can't even afford a $300 monitor fee
No,
yourself?
sir.
All right. I'm gonna grant the motion. I'll appoint a second chair and then state who's gonna be handling this case.
Boom, motion granted. The defense just scored a second attorney, which means this case is being taken very seriously. This is exactly what you'd expect in a murder and aggravated robbery case.
All right, Mr. Garehan, on this case, are you all proceeding on this as a capital murder?
I'm sorry, Judge, I don't know which one this was.
Roberto Monreal.
Oh, okay, Judge, as in capital, I believe it was just murder and robbery.
Well, in count one, you do have it as a murder, a felony murder.
Correct, Judge.
All right, and then count two is an aggravated robbery.
Is Judge.
Okay,
And for the record, I was the court-appointed second chair to Suzanne Kramer before Mr. Aguilera filed his notice. So that's why I'm.
okay. All right, so I've granted the motion to have the second chair. And for the record, as she stated, he was previously appointed Miss Suzanne Kramer as first chair and Miss Guerrero as second chair. And that the attorney, Mr. Aguilera, was retained to make the bond.
Run the bond, yes.
All right. So we can go off the record. So on this case, where are we? Let me see where the other cases are set.
This one was supposed to be set for a bond reduction today. That's why we were out of order.
Okay. All right, Norma, when are the other cases set?
All of them were set for today, Judge.
Okay.
Only two are set for today. One was pushed for next week because the council was out of town.
All right, so then what we'll do is let's get a discovery date on this one. And we'll do, because of the nature of the offense, put me at 45 days for discovery.
That's gonna look at July 24th.
All right, so we're going to recall it July 24th for discovery. All right, and my understanding, the complainant's family is here.
Yes, Judge.
And so, if you could move this way. To all the parents in the courtroom who are involved in some shape, form, or fashion with regards to these cases, I know that emotions run high. I thank you for not causing any problems coming up, so I appreciate that. So I just want everybody to know that all the people involved are deemed to be adults legally by the court. So I understand that emotions can run high, but I want to remind everyone, we can't do that inside the courtroom.
And here's your big takeaway. Today isn't about guilt or innocence. It's about making sure both sides have the evidence they need before trial. The judge is basically saying, we play fair here. No trial by ambush. Smart move.
And hopefully not outside the courtroom, just let the legal process, sort itself out. And so to all the persons who come down, who want to see something that is happening in regards to these cases, the first part of the legal process is for me to make sure that the defense has all their discovery so that if someone decides they want to go to trial, they can go to trial. It does no good for people not to have all their discovery and put them to trial, because then that's not fair. So everybody needs to have a level playing field that's fair. So that's what's happening today. So on all of these cases, if there are parents here today related to these cases, it's not going to trial today. It's being reset for discovery. And this case is being reset for discovery for July 24th. All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes.
And Judge, just so you know, I'm supposed to be on a murder trial on 186 that day, but I think Mr. Aguilera can handle it.
Yes, we're just doing discovery, but thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
May we be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.